Hello, and welcome to the Sunday meditation at the Light Institute of Banisdale and the Sanctuary of Light. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, there's a way that we do this meditation that I just love. We divide it into 3 parts, and in the first part, we ask our divine higher self to take form. Your higher self is the intuitive essence of your soul. It's your own inner voice, connected to the cosmos and your purpose in life. So we allow it to take any form it chooses. It could be a star, a being, a light, a tree, an animal, anything. And then we ask our higher self to touch our body, and we draw it into our body so that as we sit in meditation, we are sitting in that vibration of who we truly are. I'll make a little om sound, and you can push the button on your apparatus so that you can meditate for as long as you like. In the second part of the meditation, we imagine that we're reaching up into the cosmos and pulling down a beam of beautiful white light down through the top of our head so that that white light quickens and nourishes and yet calms our brain all the way down into our stomach. The stomach is the solar plexus. It's the center of our emotional body. And from there, we laser that white light out from us, extending out. That extends out our presence across the planet and back up into the cosmos. And for this part of the meditation, you'll just keep doing that. For example, you might breathe in, draw the light in, and exhale and extend it out. That will truly take you into a deep meditation. Another om. And then in the third part, each week, people ask us to focus on some particular situation that's important. This week, we're going to focus our healing energies upon the homeless. The seasons are changing. It's getting cold, it's getting hot, and those, whether they are leaving their homeland, lost their homes, or they are people in our cities around the world that do not have a home from some circumstance, that we're going to send them a frequency of light to support them in finding home, finding a place where they can be safe. Because it is important. If people are not safe and have no place to rest, that vibration oozes out of them, and it influences the fear and anxiety that we take up and don't realize where it's coming from. Everything that happens to anyone is connected to ourselves. So this is a great meditation for us to do. And if you're ready, we'll begin with our breath because it really helps us to go into a meditative state. We breathe in through our nose, and we exhale very slowly through our mouths, because that slow exhalation brings your brain waves into a slow and expanded consciousness state of meditation. Ready? Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold for a moment now. Exhale even more slowly through your mouth. Once again, breathing in through your nose. And exhale slowly. Ask your higher self. It's the intuitive essence of your soul to take form for you. It's your own inner voice. And see what form it takes at this moment. Again, a star, a light, a being, a tree, an animal. See what form comes to you. And now ask your higher self to touch the place in your body at this moment that is holding your divine essence. Anywhere you sense that touch of your higher self, bring your conscious awareness into that place in your body and just begin to breathe in and out through that point. And now draw your higher self into that point where your divine essence is residing at this moment. Draw your higher self in and sit in meditation. Om. Take a deep breath into your body. Reach up into the cosmos and draw a beam of pure white light down through the top of your head into your stomach, your solar plexus. And from there, as you exhale, laser that beam of light out from you, across the planet, and back up into the cosmos. And just continue drawing the light down through you and extending it out. And just do it again and again to bring yourself into a peaceful and deep meditative state. Om. Imagine that you could bring into your mind's eye all of the homeless people everywhere in the world. For whatever reason, they've lost a home or do not have a home or are confused, alone, helpless. Draw them all into your mind's eye. And ask them what frequency of light, what color they need from you in order to find a home, to find some safety, to be able to relax and rejuvenate, be cared for. Just take the first color that comes into your consciousness right now. That they are asking from you because you, sending that light to them, can support them actually finding synergistically a place for them. Whatever color you perceive, you might see it or hear it or feel it that they are showing to you. Again, reach up into the cosmos and pull exactly that color down through the top of your head. Bring it down into your solar plexus, your stomach, and laser that color out to all of the homeless. And feel that that color awakens that synergistic power in them to be in the right place at the right time, to find a home, to find safety and healing and comfort. And just continue to draw that color down and laser it out to them until you feel a shift, as if they're sighing or smiling or cuddling up, or that it's done, that they have actually found a place for themselves. A little bit more light, drawing it down, lasering it out to them, till you really feel a shift in them. And take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. Thank you for doing that meditation, for caring about everyone on this planet. There's a second part of our meditation. It's called knowings. And people, again, from around the world send in questions that they would like us to converse about in order to uplift us all and take us into that next octave of illumination. And so Allison will tell us the questions that have come today.
The first question is from Cedar City, Utah, in the U.S.A.
Uh-huh.
Dear Chris, my daughter is 16 years old in full rebellion mode. I know this is hormones, but I would appreciate you answering my question about what rebellion is on a deeper level. It seems so destructive, and I am very worried about her.
Oh, now there's a question heard around the world. She's 16 and you are right, it's about hormones. And the deeper part of that is that the rebellion has to do with saying, but who am I? Can I be heard? Can I be accounted for? And am I present? Does anyone care my opinions? First of all, don't be worried about her. There's a magic that happens with teenagers. Rebellion is a part of their growing up. It's just difficult if that rebellion lands itself upon ourselves, of course. But there's something that happens. About 22, she will come to you and say, "You have changed so much." And that rebellion will have gone, she'll have gone through it, and it will have taken her into adulthood. So don't worry about her. The first thing that you might do is to use our exercises in consciousness. When you go to bed at night, when you get up in the morning, when you see her, begin in your mind's eye to ask her, what color does she need from you to come into balance? And then imagine, just as we just did, that you're drawing that color from the cosmos down through the top of your head and lasering it out to her. You could do it while you're talking to her. And it is amazing how psychically people respond to that, so that she doesn't need to project that rebellion on you. But it's very normal. Up until 16 or so, young people have said, my parents are gods, they know, I can trust them. And then with the help of all of their peers at about 16, they go, I don't know who I am, but I'm not you. And this is where we just have to let love and trust carry the day. And what I would say to you about these deeper energies of it, again, is that you want to begin to listen to her. To say, what do you think about that? And watch for the things that she's good at. And compliment her and help her to find a way to use that energy. Teenagers, first of all, they need exercise. They need to pump their blood. If they pump their blood, if they exercise, if they do something that moves them, there'll be less anger and frustration and reaching out in that blasting way to you or to anyone else. But it's really important that we do often think, oh, you're just a teenager. No, every being who has come onto this planet has come as a fully developed soul. And on our planet, they have to go through this babyhood kind of conversation. They don't do that in other areas, in higher octaves of life within the cosmos. And so 16 is a difficult time because she has to break from you a little bit. She has to find herself. So that's where you could help her. Instead of being the one who is saying, you can't do this, it has to be this way. Help her to have a sense of confidence in herself by applauding what she's good at, encouraging her to feel good in her body, that she has nice eyes, she has nice hair, she moves well, whatever it is. And above all, again, listen to her. Ask her questions that allow her to give you her opinion. Because if she feels that you are listening to her, that rebellion will lessen to a great degree. It's a great time to watch somebody come into adulthood. And we are the ones who orchestrate and show the light for that. So be gentle. Great love. Allison?
The second question is from Innsbruck, Austria. Dear Miss Griscom, I am writing to ask you about opinions. Recently, I was opining to a colleague on the phone when my 5-year-old son tugged on my sleeve and asked me why I was so angry. I was stunned that he perceived me this way. It hadn't occurred to me that my opinions could be filled with anger or disdain. Now that I've given this a very thorough look at, I'm seeing these traits from almost everyone giving me an opinion. It's really quite terrible. What is it about opinions that can create this negativity, and how can we change it?
It's a little bit what I was saying about the 16-year-old, about rebellion, that we identify through our opinions. And so if we feel that someone is not agreeing with us, we take it in emotionally as a threat. And then we go on sometimes attack mode. We don't even realize we're doing it. But we have, for eons of time, this patterning of king of the mountain. So today we may not kill someone for their ideas, but we might argue with them. We might kill them with our words and our vibration towards them if they are not agreeing with us. It's always interesting to me to know that people tend to confuse, for example, friendship. If you are my friend, it's you and me against the world, and you have to agree with me. This is not friendship. This is an illusion of, or manipulation of getting someone to reflect for you that you're safe, that you're powerful, and that you will survive. And so that anger that's your 5-year-old, and I love that you brought this up, because 5-year-olds, they know everything. At 5, they have begun to explore and recognize sexuality and death. They know psychically all of the moods of their parents. They are very, very aware because, of course, if you're in a bad mood, it could reflect back to them. And so children are very psychically attuned to their parents. And so again, if your 5-year-old said to you, "Why are you so angry?" He was picking up actually what's going out, not just through your words or the tone of voice, but through the energy cycles. The energy that radiates from you is an energy of attack. This is how it is. This is what is true. I am right. And again, why do we put so much emotional energy into those kinds of things? Because if we're not right, we feel we might not be chosen, we might be blamed, we might lose our place. There's so many unconscious yet emotional imprints, associations that are frightening to our sense of self. And so I would recommend that now that you have really witnessed that and recognized not only from you but from others, you can bypass that or circumvent that angry response or angry conversations coming to you by beginning by, as we were saying a moment ago, listening to people. If they have a different point of view than you, the best thing is to listen to that point of view and then find a place where you can come together. I, being a spiritual person, have found this so helpful when it comes to people of different religions, if I am facilitating their conversation, to help them to find something that they can agree upon, that makes them realize that, no, you're not my enemy, and yes, we both want love, we both feel the importance of the divine in our lives, or whatever it is. And so you find that place first where you can say, yes, that's right. And I also feel this way about it, or say this. And in that way, they will be more receptive to what you have to say. But you know, when it comes to communication in this world, we're always waiting. And very often our emotional bodies are expecting someone to challenge us or to attack us. These are emotional patterns that of repetition that have occurred throughout this lifetime and other lifetimes. And so the best thing that we can do with that is to first of all listen well, find a point of reference, and move with that, so that when you have that place where, instead of them being your honorable opponent or you being theirs, you come together and you have a point of reference, and from there you can build a conversation or a point of view that serves you both. But you must take the initiative. That's the secret here. Take the initiative and offer up something that says, I like you, I agree with you, you're safe with me. If you do that, then you will find that people will be much more willing to listen to your point of view, and it doesn't have to come from the anger or the anxiety that if they don't agree, that somehow this is going to be hurtful to you. It isn't. It doesn't have to be that way. You know, one of the great teachings of my higher self, very hard for us to get, is no one can hurt you. Karmically, you may allow someone to be negative in your life, but that comes from a source. The more that we go inside, the more that we explore our consciousness, the less of that occurs. So, I know that you will take this to heart, and above all, show your 5-year-old son how to do that as well, so that he doesn't pick up that pattern of I have to be king of the mountain, I have to be right. You can even, it's amazing, sometimes say to your children, oh, I made a mistake. It won't hurt you. And it allows them to know that they don't always have to fight for being right as well. Great love to you. Alison.
The last question is from Inverness, Scotland.
Scotland. Good.
I've been watching your videos on YouTube and doing all of your exercises in consciousness. Thank you with all of my heart for your spiritual guidance. My question to you is that since I've started doing your exercises, I feel lighter and somehow fresher on the inside. And also, I'm having an impulse to clean everything around me. Is there a connection between raising my frequency and having the urge to clean my surroundings? Whatever it is that is happening to me, I love it. And I love you for bringing this cleansing energy to the world.
Oh, I love that. Absolutely, you are right. That when we quicken our frequencies, we look out at the world in a different way. Even things so mundane as what color you're wearing, or what colors attract you, or how you like to place things, what looks like it's beautiful to you, and what looks like it's something that's just hanging around cluttering your life. Now, we need to unclutter our lives, that's for sure, on so many ways. So that is a kind of a giggle. And it's very important for you to do that. To know that you don't have to keep things that you've had forever or that somebody gave you. My higher self always gives me this giggle, the gift that keeps on giving. So if it no longer serves you, you're not lessening your friendship or your loyalty by giving it to somebody else who might really love it or enjoy it. And the more that you quicken your frequency in the inside, the more you will look out and see things differently, because energetically there's an expansion of your consciousness. Everything holds an energy, whether it's a chair, especially your bed, any kind of object at all. Everything, even when it seems like it's an inanimate object, it has a vibration, and it will hold, especially emotional energies. And so that part of you that feels fresh, I love that you say that word, fresh and uplifted, is because you really are, and therefore you're going to sense anything that's carrying negativity or some kind of emotions that no longer belong to you, and you can let them go. But do that from a joyous place. You know, it's the creativity, it's the artist in you, to look around at your world and say, how can I make this more beautiful? And what do I need to release so that everything around me represents me at this time, and therefore is a message to everyone around me about who I am, and may, because you're doing that, just because you're doing these wonderful exercises in consciousness, you're creating a ripple out through your auric field that is influencing and awakening that same kind of energy in everyone else. And that's how we become teachers and templates. And so I congratulate you for doing these exercises and feeling, again, that freshness and that uplifting energy. That's what this world needs. And so do this and know that by you doing it, you are seeding the world to also be quickened and shift around so that there is beauty and harmony and that, again, that freshness. Great love to you and to all of you. Until next time.